It is Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee. I love it. The Vactor Factor, Dr. Vactor gave me this, and I had one already on ice, and I gave that to my daughter, and she'll probably get her hands on this one too. She absolutely loves it. It's great stuff. And you know that new Dunkin' Donuts going up on Route 65? I can't wait, and I promise I'm getting the first dozen. Ladies and gentlemen, we say good afternoon. As promised, my friend Ty Ballou, he and I are going to have a busy day today because we're going to do a little blog now, and then he's going to join me tonight at 8 o'clock, just about the time that puck drops, talking about the brand that is the National Hockey League and how far have they come and what will it take for them to be able to keep up with their neighbors in Major League Baseball and the NFL? Is it even possible? Well, it has been exciting, and that's where we begin page one today of our journey. Ty Ballou from PLB Sports on the Comcast Sports Line. Hey, Ty, you know, when you think about what they did, Ottawa, they got out of that 1-3-1, that neutral zone, which they've always crowded against the Penguins, and they tried to run and gun with them, and it wasn't a good idea. First couple of games, Mr. Crosby couldn't do anything, but in the last three, he has scored. So the last thing that Ottawa wants to do is to try to run and gun with the Penguins tonight in Game 6.
Rob, I completely agree, and I think you and I talked before. I think it's going to end tonight in Ottawa. I know they're going to come out strong. You know, obviously the first period is going to be everything. They're going to come out and they're going to empty the tank on the Penguins. The Penguins can hang, and I really think, and it's again cliche, that the team that scores first seems to have the upper hand. But you know, the Penguins have done a very good job the last two games on that, and you're right. The Penguins have found whatever they lost the last two games, and certainly on Game 5 with 7 goals, and it really doesn't seem too fair when you see Crosby, Malkin, and Kessel all on one line. I just don't think with ever Ottawa to throw at them, I just don't think they can stop that. I think the Penguins have figured it out. I think the Pens are in their head, and I think they're going to close it down tonight in Ottawa.
Malcolm had 3 assists in that last game, and juggling those lines, as Ty Ballou mentioned, well, I guess as I saw today on Yahoo Sports, it's finesse and grit. I think that's the best way to describe what these live lines have been able to produce. But Erik Karlsson, the captain and defenseman, along with Derek Brassard, who were both kind of banged up a little bit, they will definitely go tonight. So you know that they're going to bring their best. And the only thing that I give them the possibility of carrying this to a Game 7 is the fact that the Pens don't play well at the Canadian Tire Center. Particularly, Matt Murray is getting an opportunity tonight where he has nothing but been good pretty much. But it was Marc-Andre Fleury in one of those rare arenas where he had a difficult time. So having Murray between the pipes tonight obviously gives the Pens another advantage to finish this thing out and go on to take on the Nashville Predators in the Stanley Cup final.
I agree, too. And when you have players like Carter Rowney, who had number one star, and then you got Brian Russ and these role players that have said Oli Mata, 2 goals in 2 games. I mean, it's not like trying to stop. Yes, maybe they can stop Sid and Gino for a little bit, but the second, third, and fourth lines. I mean, last year was HBK. Now, as you said, that Sullivan is mixing up these lines. That every single line seems to have. Certainly, they have the confidence and to be very, very strong. So, and Murray has done a phenomenal job. Marc-Andre, we talked about this, has been nothing more than graceful. And sitting on the bench and rooting his teammates on. So it's, Murray's been incredibly strong. All the lines are strong. I can't imagine, and I don't think anybody saw a 7-0 game here too, but I see something more like Game 4, 3-2, 3-1, something in that vein. And, I think the Pens are going to come out on top, and I think they're going to score first tonight.
You know, also, too, I just think people need to understand this is one of the most grueling seasons in all of professional sports. It's tough. It's tough lacing those skates up, even bending over to lace them up this time of year.
Well, you think about that. This is going to end sometime in June. They're going to get the middle of June off, a little bit of July, and then they're back in late August and September. It really doesn't ever end. And with all the stuff that goes on with the Stanley Cup, they've done this for 2 years in a row. It is absolutely grueling. But think about all the young players they have as well, and the feeder system that's come up from Wilkes-Barre is absolutely amazing. And again, Letang is out. I'm not sure. Did they announce, Rob, about Schultz? Is he going to be playing?
I have not heard yet.
I'm putting you on the spot here. So, but even with those guys on the shelf, all these young legs have done just a remarkable job. So it is a very long and grueling season. But I think the streets will be empty here in Pittsburgh around 7:30, quarter of 8, and I'm looking forward to a great game.
Listen, I had a chance just moments ago to exchange text messages with a fellow New Brighton native, Gino DeMarco, just talking a little football because he, of course, the coach at Geneva, and we were planning ahead to maybe doing some videos just to promote the Golden Tornadoes that I love so much. And I obviously love this region as I do New Brighton. Well, they've got a very special event coming up Memorial Day weekend. It's become a tradition, and I know Ty years ago was a part of it. So I figured, you know what, let's just give the hometown some love. So tell the folks what they do in my hometown of New Brighton during Memorial Day weekend.
Well, the triathlon they do up there is absolutely amazing. It's a relatively small one, but they put on an absolutely great event. You start in the pool, and if my memory serves me, I did that race 2 or 3 times a number of years ago. It's a 400 to 500 meter pool swim. So if you're even not a great swimmer, you're swimming in a pool. There's lanes. They organize it tremendously well. It's a 12-mile bike ride, and Rob, you're from that area. It's about 2 or 3 miles of flat. There's a lot of hills, as you know, in the New Brighton area. It's a very challenging bike ride, but it's only 12 miles, and then you get off your bike back at the high school, and then you go for a 5K run through downtown and back up to the school. It's incredibly well run, great people there. We've had some champions from Blue Skies. They're actually Jeremy Corman, someone who you know has won that event in the past. And even if you're not a triathlete, if you're a swimmer, a runner, a biker, and you're thinking about getting a triathlon, this would be a great event to just go and sign up for. Again, it's it's only 12 to 15 miles, which doesn't, that seems long, but it's a short swim, a relatively short bike, and most runners can knock out a 5K. And again, it looks like there's going to be some beautiful weather, and the people in New Brighton do a phenomenal job.
All right, we'll talk to you later tonight on the radio. The incredible talent of Ty Ballou, Blue Skies Charity, helping people like his son dealing with Duchenne muscular dystrophy, and also PLB Sports. If it's needing a brand, well, that's the person and that's the company that can brand it for you. Ladies and gentlemen, we will talk to you later tonight from CBS Radio World Headquarters in Greentree when we begin at 7 o'clock right after local news with Joe DiStio. Have a great rest of your day and get out and enjoy some of that sunshine. Good afternoon.